Jump ball, possession, Defiance. Three-point goal on McCormick. Assist, Nichols. Jump ball, possession, Findlay. Pass is to Nichols. Timeout Defiance. A 30-second timeout. For Findlay, number 12, Leah Gaisel. Assisted by Madeline Sexually. Substitutes for Findlay number 50, Addison Hoffman. Ball number 30, Croato. Her first, team third. Ball number 42, Madeline Sexually. Her first, team first. Substitutes for Findlay number 14, Taylor Nichols. Substitution for Lady Trojans at number 44, Ava Cooper. Assisted by McCormick. Substitution for Defiance number 24, Alexa Garcia. Substitution for the Trojans number 40, Sophia Myers. Tying goal by Garcia. Ball number 21, Bloomfield, her first team fifth. The line for Lady Trojans is Cooper, shooting 2. Substitution for the Trojans, number 12, Leah Hazel. Substitution for the Trojans, number 52, McKenna Hall. Substitution for Defiance, number 40, Kenya Medina. Substitutions for the Trojans, number 20, Caitlin Eilerman. Number 22, Paige Pinion. Number 33, Zoe McCormick. Number 40, Sophia Myers. And number 42, Madeline Sexual. Ball number 40, Myers, her first, team second. Basket by Madeline Sexually. Assist, Pinion. 3-point goal by Medina. Madeline Sexually, her second, team third. Substitution for Findlay number 34, Caitlin Sexually. Substitution for Defiance number 30, Groeppel. Three-point goal by Garcia. Number 40, Medina. Her first, team 6. Basket is good. Shooting 1 for the Trojans is Myers. Substitution for Defiance, number 10, Avery Baldwin. Drive basket by Madeline Sexually. Substitutions for Findlay, number 44, Ava Cooper, and number 50, Edison Hoffman. Junior Ray Angel. Assist, Caitlin Sextoli. Ball number 44, Cooper. Her second, team fifth. At the line for Defiance is Garcia, shooting 2. That is good by Caitlin Sextoli. Assist, Cooper. Substitution for Defiance, number 10, Avery Baldwin.
So do you guys take breaks at like timeouts and the quarters and that sort of thing, or do we just plow straight on through?
I think we're just plowing straight on through for high school.
Okay, that's fine.
If I'm using the right terms there.
Well, I just didn't know if we were stopping or having like a, I didn't know. So if they're good.
We're running like no commercials or anything like
Okay.
that.
So are we just going to stop at the half then and then pick it back up, or?
I think we keep the stream live.
Okay.
The
Okay.
entire time.
Okay, sounds good.
You mind doing a quick test on the mic real quick?
Test 1, 2, 3. Welcome out to Findlay High School. As the Trojans taking on the Bulldogs in girls high school basketball action. Sounds good. No problem, bud. I'm Tim, by the way.
Dylan. You might have seen me in the football
I think so, yeah. You're usually right beside me, right?
Yeah.
All right.
In the other room.
Yep. I thought you looked familiar. The mask these days, it's hard to tell sometimes.
Oh, yeah.
Hopefully we get to do football. herself some ass.
number 40, Myers. Her second, team first. Pass just to my wall. Drive the basket by Madeline Sextolby. Garcia. Her first, team first. At the line for Lady Trojans is Nichols, shooting 2.
Something bad happened?
Substitutes for Defiance, number 30, Crowell. Jump ball, position, Findlay. Substitutions for Findlay, number 12, Leah Angel, and number 50, Addison Hoffman. Number 14, Nichols. Her first, team second. Pass is good by Madeline Sextolby. Number second, team second. Basket is good. Shooting 1 for the Trojans is Madeline Sextoli. Also reporting Medina. Her second, team third. For first, team third. Substitutions for Findlay number 12, Hazel, and number 52, Hall. Substitution for Findlay, number 40, Sophia Myers. Basket good by Myers. Steal, driving basket by Finian. Timeout Defiance, a 30-second timeout. Substitutions for Defiance, number 10, Baldwin, and number 14, Zapata. Jump ball, possession, Defiance. Substitutions for Defiance are number 21, Bloomfield, number 24, Garcia, and number 32, Weaver. Substitutions for the Trojans are 44, Cooper, and 50, Hoffman. Number 44, Cooper. For third, team fourth. At the line for Defiance is Medina. Pass is due by Eilerman. Jump ball, possession, Trojans. Substitution for Findlay number 40, Sophia Myers.
What's going on, bud? What's that?
Pass is good by Eilerman.
Doing this so long, I did his games when he was a freshman in high school.
Substitution for the Lady Bulldogs is number 10, Avery Baldwin. That is good by Cooper. Assist, Myers. Timeout Defiance, a full timeout. Substitution for Defiance, number 24, Garcia. Substitutions for the Trojans are number 12, Diesel, number 14, Nichols, and number 15, Hoffman. Pass is good by Garcia. Two-point goal by Nichols. Assist, Myers. Substitution for Defiance, number 10, Baldwin, number 14, Zapata, and number 22, Renner. Substitute for the Trojans, number 52, Hall. Varsity Zapata. Her first team fourth. Jump ball, possession, Defiance.
I don't know if you want.
Can I get return out of that, or?
No, it's just to talk to him.
Okay.
You guys need to. Did you go to commercials? Yeah, we don't have to. But it's not like you have any sponsors for this anyway.
For the first half of the game.
Did you play the whole game? What? Did you play the whole game?
Yeah. For the first half, headset.
That's it. Someone out there to play.
Like, you showed it was on and everything. I tried to turn it off and it didn't turn it off. So I just didn't matter at it.
any battery, more batteries. Headset's a little different.
What double check it?
Do you happen to know who that hockey game's against on Saturday? Oh, really? Love me a Bowling Green Findlay hockey game. That takes me back to the old days when I used to get to fight. That would be good. Yeah, I like that. There's a slight delay, but it's not bad. Good evening, everyone. Welcome out to Findlay High School for Findlay Trojan girls basketball action here on the Findlay Media Network. Tim Montgomery alongside with you as the Trojans prepare to do battle with Defiance. It's been a year of frustration for Findlay at 2-6 and 1-4, but a couple of wins over the last couple of weeks against Bowling Green and then most recently against Lima Senior have given the girls some confidence. They're going to try to carry that into today's matchup against the Defiance Bulldogs, who've also struggled at 1-9 overall, 0-3 in conference play. And so another chance for Findlay to perhaps work out a few more bugs, get some things going in the right direction as everybody is heading into the meat of the schedule right now and starting to get an eye towards where they want to be at the end of the regular season and looking ahead to the tournament. For Brian Rosendale's club, getting the start, number 24, Olivia Mangus, the 5'6" freshman. She'll be joined in that starting five by the 6-foot senior and the outstanding performer, Kaylee Brodine. Then number 33, Katie Prusnick, the 5'10" junior, will be at the starting lineup. On the other side, Kelsey Schindeldecker, a 5'9" junior wearing jersey number 42. And then in the middle, the 6-foot junior, number 50, Bree Nichols. So Mangus, Brodine, Prusnick, Schindeldecker, and Nichols getting the start for the Trojans, and Brian Rosendale, who again come in at 2-6 overall, 1-4 in track play. Meanwhile, take a look at the Defiance Bulldogs under head coach Nate Headley. They'll start with Olivia Motes, a 5'6" junior wearing jersey number 2 at one of the guard spots. Then go to a senior, 5'8", number 10, Joanna Schlatter. She'll be in the starting lineup along with another senior, one of the few seniors on this roster. That's the 6-footer, number 11, Kendall Black. At another guard position, number 21, Kinley Maynard, a 5'7" sophomore. And then rounding out the starting five, the 5'9" sophomore, Myra Horvath. So again, that's Motes, Schlater, Black, Maynard, and Horvath for Coach Nate Headley and the Bulldogs, who come in at 1-9 overall, 0-3 in conference play for them. So we're getting ourselves ready here for basketball action here at Findlay High School Gymnasium on a Tuesday night. We thank you for joining us here on the Findlay Media Network. More sports ahead. Pay attention to the schedule. I know we've got hockey coming up on Saturday afternoon from the Cube as the Findlay Trojans will be doing battle with the Bowling Green Bobcats, and that's always a great traditional matchup between those long-time and heated rivals. And to call that rivalry heated would be a vast understatement between those two teams. We're a little less than 3 minutes away from an anthem and starting lineups and the tip-off of this one. Both teams have pretty deep benches. Brian Rosendale has his varsity starters and then has several players who play both ways. And by that I mean both JV and varsity rosters. So that gives him a little extra depth. But both teams are also noticeably young as well. Just the two seniors on Findlay's roster, Stone and Brodine. And then, of course, the other side we mentioned, just the two seniors and Schlater and Black. And of the rest of the team, both of them are very junior heavy in these rosters, as both teams still on the younger side and trying to build confidence and build success for the future. Aaron Moyer, the PA announcer, giving the sportsmanship announcement for everybody here in attendance. Of course, with COVID restrictions, we have a limited crowd here, and of course, COVID protocols being followed with masks and social distancing. And the other side of that is that also opens up these streaming opportunities for people to still be able to enjoy high school basketball, follow their high school teams, follow their classmates, and follow their alma maters and local teams throughout the season. So again, we want to thank Nate Wyrow, the Findlay High School Athletic Department, for all their help getting things set up and for having us out here to cover these games. And thanks to you as well for tuning in. Flags starting to drop into place. We're just about ready to get things going here in just a moment. The Defiance Bulldogs wearing those royal blue uniforms with the white letters and numerals and the black trim. Findlay will be wearing the home whites with the gold letters and numerals and the blue trim. We have our 3 officials on site ready to go.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Findlay High School. At this time, to honor our country, would you please rise?
We'll now take a break for the anthem. We are just about ready to get things going here between Findlay and Defiance here at Findlay High School Gymnasium. An outstanding facility that over the last several seasons under Nate Wyra has seen updates and enhancements over the last few seasons. The floor redone, of course, the new bleachers, the seat backs in the lower sections on the far side over there. And I don't know that anybody does a better job of honoring their past athletically than Findlay High School, with the way the banners and the top scorers in basketball and wrestling and volleyball are going on and are recognized here. So just about ready here. Get the official starters here. Announcement. So here are their moats in the starting lineup. There's the one of the 2 seniors, Maynard. And Horvath rounds out the starting 5. Now we'll get the homestanding Trojan introductions.
And now let's meet the starter for the Trojans. 8'5" sophomore, 8'5" freshman guard, number 24, Sophia Myers.
Mangus, the freshman guard.
6' senior post player, number 30, Brodeen.
8'5"
junior guard, number
who's very good on the boards.
Cruzneck.
Kruznek will be at another forward.
Number 42,
Kelsey Schindeldecker.
6'6" junior post player, number 50.
And then the post player who they rely a lot on, Bree Nichols. And the JV game dominated by Findlay 48-14. Findlay led by Madeline Stexeldy's 14, Zoe McCormick 7, and Caitlin Stexeldy's 7 points for the Trojans, who improved to 7-2 on the season. Meanwhile, Defiance led by Alexa Garcia's 10. Again, Findlay in those whites, blue letters and numerals, gold trim. Brodeen will take the jump for Findlay. And we are underway with Defiance controlling the tip, thanks to Black. Out top, this is Schlater. Gets it up on the right side to Moats. Long cross-court pass back to Schlater. She uses the dribble, comes back to Moats. Dribbles it on into the corner. Knocked away. Stays inbounds and stays active. Gets it up, kicks it over to the right side. Jumper for three off the back rim. No good by Maynard. Rebounded away by the Trojans, who look to make transition coming back the other way. Pushing the temple, Schindeldecker right down the paint. Takes it up and in off the glass for the two, and the Trojans have the early lead, 2-0. Little trap on this side, right across the timeline. And the call is going to be over and back by the official, as Moat's not able to keep control. So Findlay will take over on the offensive end. Mangus, the freshman, brings it up across the timeline. Dribbles into the right side. Right point extended, now brings it across over to the far side. Prusnick sends it inside to Nichols. Nichols turn around, face off, no good. And Brodeen with the bucket, back up and good. And Findlay leads it 4-0 here in the early going. Just a minute gone in the first quarter. Pressure, found a player wide open, but the block by Nichols, and then she's able to control it, but not able to match up on the pass. Was looking to get it off and away to Mangus, and bad pass goes out of bounds, stays with the Bulldogs. Inmounted by Maynard, gets it into Moats. Moats hands it back off to Maynard. He'll dribble back out top, kick it over to the right side to Schlater. Schlater goes on into the corner to Maynard, dumps it inside, and then back out. Out just off the top of the key, using the dribble with Schlater. Gives it off to Moats. Moats shuttles it inside. Shot from the elbow was well short. Rebounded away nicely by Schindeldecker. She'll bring it up herself. Quickly ahead on the left side. Dump inside to Nichols off the block, and she shuffled her feet as she collected it. That'll be a travel and a turnover by Findlay. Still 4-0 Findlay, 6:14 remaining here in the opening quarter. Tim Montgomery with you here on the Findlay Media Network. Throw it back out top. This is Moats. Moats kicks it to the left side to Schlater. Schlater back out top, got it stolen away. Bringing it up, goes to the glass and gets the two. Schindeldecker with 4, and Findlay in front 6-0 here in the first quarter. Bounce pass over to the right side. Trying to dribble in, gets tied up, and jump ball. Possession arrow is going to belong to the Trojans. A little bit of a press here. Diamond in one press is what it looks like. Gets it to Nichols, gets it off ahead to Schindeldecker on the wing. Throws it back inside. Nichols goes up. Glass, little too strong with it. Brodeen gets it, goes up. Now won't go, but she does draw the foul. Looks like they're going to get Horvath with the foul. Her first, team's first of the half. And Kaylee Brodeen will go to the line with a chance to add to her 2 points. First free throw up and good. 5:30 left here in the quarter. Chance to make it an 8-0 lead now for Kaylee. And she does. 4 points for the senior. And Findlay in front 8-0. Findlay showing a little bit of a trap of their own here. Ahead, dump it inside, almost knocked away, but recovered nicely by Defiance. Moats has it out top. She'll pull the trigger on the three ball, just wide off to the side. Nichols with the rebound, and here comes Findlay in transition. Schindeldecker brings it up. Inside, Nichols, the one-hander, won't go down. Ball knocked out of bounds, last touched by the Trojans, so it belongs to Defiance. Moats bounce pass ahead and then gets it back. Kicks it over to the left side. Maynard shoots the three ball, overshot it. Rebound run down by the Bulldogs. Back out top to Moats. Shuttles it into a corner. Sets her feet. Schlater's three won't go. Rebounded again by Defiance. Back out top to Moats. Shuttles it inside. Got left alone, but missed it underneath. And eventually out of bounds. Nope, stays with Defiance. Several rebounds there for the Bulldogs, but they're not able to get it to drop in and break the seal on that basket. Maynard triggering the inbounds, lobs it in to Horvath. Shot up no good. Run down Brodeen chases it, picks it up, but not able to control it. Loses it out of bounds, back to the Bulldogs. Couple turnovers each direction in this one, but Findlay has the most important stat there, favor the scoreboard, 8-0. Picked up the dribble, did Moats, needs some help. Bounce passes over to Schlater, back to Moats. Long ahead to Maynard. Maynard attacks inside, throws a pass away and out of bounds, belongs to Findlay. Schindeldecker will trigger the inbound, gets it into Prusnick, and then over against the pressure. Comes back to the near side for Schindeldecker. Goes back to Prusnick. Findlay needs to get across timeline and does with the pass to Mangus. Comes back out here on the near side for Schindeldecker. Crosses over, attacks inside, bounce pass out to the wing. Throws it back out top, Schindeldecker. Now on the right point. Round to the left, Schindeldecker. Pass inside to Brodeen. Up and under move. And Kaylee with 6. And Findlay into double digits with a 10-0 lead. Jumper from the elbow is short. That was a shot by Horvath and rebounded by Findlay. Bringing it up is Mangus. Wanted to go inside, wasn't there. Swings it back around to Prusnick. Prusnick puts it on the deck. Attacks, got it blocked. Good play by Maynard. But run back down by Prusnick. Shuttles it inside, and then we get the foul. As Schindeldecker is going to trigger the inbound after the foul. Moats picks up her first, team second of the half. Elizabeth Hoffman into the lineup for the Bulldogs. We forgot to mention that Aubrey Hookey checked in for Findlay on a previous dead ball. And a 5-second count. Boy, that was a quick 5. So Findlay turns it back over to the Dogs. Kick it over to the right side. Hoffman sends it ahead. Pull up inside the arc. Jumpers off the mark. Rebound controlled by the Bulldogs. Tied up or foul? We're going to call a foul. They're going to get Schindeldecker with her first. And the first of the half against the Trojans. 3:06 left in the first quarter. More substitutions coming for Findlay here in just a moment. Bounce pass in the corner, left open for the 3 as Maynard missed it. Rebound battered around, ends up with Defiance. Shot goes up, no good. And then a tie-up and a jump ball. Possession arrow belongs to Defiance. We got a timeout by the Trojans. We'll keep it here with 2:58 remaining. Findlay on top 10-0, being led by Kaylee Brodeen. 6 points on a couple of 2-point field goals and a pair of free throws. The other 4 points belongs to Kelsey Schindeldecker. Meanwhile, for the Defiance Bulldogs, still trying to find some offense. Have had a couple of opportunities underneath, just not able to get the ball to fall through the basket here within the first 5 minutes of this one. Findlay back out on the floor. It'll be Defiance basketball on the possession arrow when we resume here in just a moment. Coach Nate Headley drawing up something on the score on the coach's board there. See if he can get some offense out of this. Nichols back in, Stexeldy in. Inbound pass is knocked away and controlled by the Trojans. Bounce pass inside to Nichols. He's not able to control it, and Findlay will lose it out of bounds. That was Stexeldy with the bounce pass inside that Nichols couldn't control. So Maynard with the inbounds, and Findlay showing a little box and one pressure here. Swinging it back and forth between Maynard and Hoffman to get it across the timeline, and she pulled that pivot foot and a traveling call against the Bulldogs. Bringing it up, that's Mangus. She gives it up on the side to Stexeldy, inside to Nichols. Nichols tries to attack, gets cut off, kicks it back out to Stexeldy, leaves it at the top for Schindeldecker. Back to Mangus, over to the left side for Stexley. Tried feeding it inside to Hookie at the elbow. Knocked away. And another foul. Horvath. That'll be her second and the third of the half against the Bulldogs. And we'll see if Coach Headley brings out Horvath with the 2 fouls. Not yet. Now I think we're going to see it on the next dead ball. Kick it out top. Working it. Stexley puts it on the deck, attacks inside, shoots off the screen, misses, gets her own rebound. Too strong with the second one. And a jump ball. Possession arrow is going to belong to Findlay. Nice job by Schindeldecker for Kelsey to tie that one up and earn the extra possession for Findlay in the offensive end with less than 2 minutes left here in the first quarter. Inbounded to Hookie, right back to Schindeldecker. She goes up strong, draws the foul. Well, they just brought Moats in because of the foul situation on Horvath, and then Moats picks up her second, team's fourth. First free throw, no good by Schindeldecker. Again, she has 4 points. Get a chance to make it 5 here with the second free throw. She does as she splits them. 5 points for her, 11 points for the Trojans in the corner. And they are blanking Defiance so far. Attacking is Maynard down to the block. And a blocking call is going to go against Nichols, her first, team second. Baseline inbound by Maynard for the Bulldogs. Gets it into Moats. Moats shoots off of that. Left it short. Rebound put up. No good. Had pretty good position, but just not able to get it fall through for Kinley Maynard. And then knocked out of bounds after that. Belongs to Findlay. Stexley's pass is intercepted by Moats. She attacks inside. Tried a chest pass across to Hoffman, but it was knocked away by Findlay. Defiance will inbound over on the far side. Kaylee Brodeen back into the lineup. She'll replace Schindeldecker. Trojans showing a little bit of a zone look here. Moats right side. Feed it into the free throw line, then back out to the right. Back out top to Moats. Bounce pass inside. Turnaround jumper won't go by Schlater. Battle for the rebound, and I think this is going to go against Nichols, and if it does, it's going to be her second. And that is the situation. Third team foul against the Trojans. 2 free throws coming for Maynard, who has a chance to get the Bulldogs on the board here with 1:11 left in the first quarter. Miss on the first opportunity. Substitution, Rihanna Patterson. 5'2" junior checks in the lineup, replaces Nichols. So Findlay goes small here. Placing out the 6' Nichols with the 5'2" Patterson. So a quicker, faster lineup out there. And on the board are the Bulldogs as Maynard's able to split the free throws. 11-1, 10-point lead for Findlay. Full court pressure being handled. Hookie gets it out and ahead on the wing. Cut off was Stexley. Findlay now trying to set up the offense. This is Mangus. Trying to back her way in, kicks it back out, and then over to Hookie on the right side. Cutter is Brodeen. Shot won't go. Good looking ball movement between her and Hookie. Shot just didn't fall. 45 seconds left. Defiance brings it up. Moats hesitation dribble, then kicks it out to the right side for Maynard. Dumped in down to the block. Back out top to Maynard. She'll pull the trigger on a 3-ball, and she knocks it down. She's got 4 points and knocks it down to a 7-point Findlay advantage, 11-4. Quickly ahead. Hookie, hesitation, and left it off, but she walked with it. Aubrey hesitated a little bit before getting rid of the pass and pulled that back foot. And a chance for Defiance to cut a little deeper into that lead. Moats, bounce pass ahead, knocked away, out of bounds, belongs to Findlay with 14.5 remaining here in the quarter. Mangus ahead to Hookie, over to the near side and on to Brodeen on the wing. 6 seconds, inside, tried shuttling it underneath, wouldn't go up and in. Moats racing out ahead, 1 second. She gets it off, but it doesn't go down. And that'll be the end of one quarter of play. The Trojans on top by a count of 11-4 over the Defiance Bulldogs here. Tim Montgomery with you here on the Findlay Media Network. Trojans led in that corner with 6 points by Kaylee Brodeen and 5 points by Kelsey Schindeldecker. All 4 points, meanwhile, for the Bulldogs belonged to Kinley Maynard, the 5'7" sophomore who had a free throw and then knocked down a 3-ball there with about a minute left in the first quarter. But both teams turning the ball over in the offensive end several times and missing out on opportunities to either get a little closer if you're the Bulldogs or a chance to extend it out if you're Findlay. Got to think Coach Brian Rosendale's talking to his Trojan charges about slowing down, taking your time in the offensive end, good solid passes and good solid shots. If they do that, should be a good night for the Lady Trojans here. Again, we're between the first and second quarter, just about ready to get second quarter action underway. Foul situation, two apiece for Moats and Horvath for the Bulldogs. And looks like both are back in there here in the second quarter, so keep an eye on that. Meanwhile, the Trojans, Bree Nichols has 2 as well. She's on the bench right now. And Kelsey Schindeldecker with just 1. Findlay with a couple substitutions. We'll check you up on here in a moment. And a traveling call against Elizabeth Hoffman for the Bulldogs. Prusnick with the basketball, looking for some place to go. Reagan Hayward is in there for Findlay, wearing jersey number 32. Brodeen gets it off and ahead to Stexeldy. Up and good for Caitlin. And Trojans lead it now 13-4, back to a 9-point advantage. Ball knocked away. Stays with the Bulldogs there on the sideline. Findlay showing that zone look that they were in the last couple minutes of the first quarter. High post feed. Horvath gets the shot off, a little long. Rebounded by Mangus, and she's going to race up the far side. Kicks it to the corner for Stexeldy. Attacks the elbow, bounce pass over to Brodeen from the elbow. No good, a little long. Rebound scramble, Brodeen gets it up and in. Kaylee keeps the hot hand here. And a steal will by the Trojans. Almost stolen right back, but able to control it is Caitlin Stexeldy. Gets it to Mangus at the top, backs it up near the circle, gives it up to Kaylee. Uses her dribble and then gets it back to Mangus, the freshman guard. Goes back over to the far side. That's Prusnick, feeds it on in to Stexeldy. Stexeldy coming out of the corner, picks up the dribble. High post feed to Brodeen. Wanted to attack the paint, wasn't there. Kick out, jumper is a little bit long, goes out of bounds and belongs to the Bulldogs. Schindeldecker back into lineup, replaces Stexeldy for Findlay. Bounce pass ahead, then kicked over to the right side, Hoffman. And the bounce pass is kicked away by Findlay. Stays with the Dogs. 6:20 left here in the first half. 15-4, Findlay on top. Matches their biggest lead of the game, 11. Moats, right point extended, picks up the dribble, kicks it across to Wall and then on into the wing. Tried going back to Wall, pass missed its mark, picked up, running it out. Stexeldy goes up, fucking in the foul for the Lady Trojans. Nice job by Schindeldecker. She screened off the defender and made sure she completed the shot, and then the foul's going to earn her the extra free throw here. Old-fashioned three-point play. Foul will go against Horvath, her third, so she'll step out. Also stepping out is Wall as the Bulldogs replace a couple. Free throw won't go for Schindeldecker. Scramble, and the Trojans come up with a loose ball. Pulling the trigger from the free throw line. That was Prusnick, no good. Shuttled back from Brodeen from the free throw line. Good looking stroke. And Brodeen keeps the scoring hot hand going. 19-4, steal by the Trojans. Attacking it, gets it up and gets it to fall through. That's Reagan Hayward. Her first bucket of the game, and Findlay starting to extend 21-4. Bad pass over the head of everybody, goes out of bounds. Turns it back over to the Trojans with 5:30 left here in the first half. Full court, box and one look here. To Brodeen, and they break the press, getting it ahead to Hayward. Jumper from the free throw line won't go. Good rebound by Stexeldy. Or excuse me, rather that was Schindeldecker, but got kind of tripped up, not able to keep the handle. Back the other way, Maynard bounce passes ahead. Hoffman with it, needs some help. They gets it off to Moats. Inside and out to the corner. Maynard for the three, and her second triple. And that stops the bleeding a little bit. 21-7 in favor of Findlay. And we're going to get a foul, or we've got a tie up. Tied up, and the possession arrow belongs to Findlay. Stexeldy back in. Hayward out for the Trojans. Bringing up with Prusnick. Sends it over to the left side. Stexeldy got it picked. Moats is going to attack it on the other end. Pump fakes and gets it up and in off the glass. Good move by Moats on both the steal and on the pump fake down inside. Down to a 12-point Trojan lead. Again, working against the pressure. Couldn't handle the pass. Tied up, and the possession arrow this time belongs to the Dogs. Again, I'm sure Coach Rosedale's talking about trying to stay calm, keep your patience even in the press. Getting around was Maynard, shot up no good, rebounded by Mangus. She's going to attack. She goes glass and gets it up and in. Mangus's first points of the game. 23-9. Maynard attacks, underhand scoop, no go, with bodies flying to the ground on both sides. Rebound is controlled by Findlay. Stexeldy dribbles out, gets it ahead to Brodeen. Brodeen goes behind the back, then tries to shuttle it back out top. Stexeldy over to Schindeldecker. Feeds it inside, gets it back. Out top Mangus. Mangus over on the left side and into the wing, just inside. Puts it on the deck, did Stexeldy, but she traveled, I believe, and she did. She kind of did a hop drop step kind of a thing that took the extra. She'll check out. Back in will be Hayward. 14-point Findlay lead, just past the halfway mark here of the second quarter. Moats, high post feed inside, turnaround jumper, rattles but won't drop for Schlater. Pushing it ahead, Prusnick gets it up to Hayward. Feeds to Brodeen just outside the paint. And another good-looking little jump shot. She has 12, and the Trojan lead back out to 16. Bounce pass out. Tied up. Well, nope. Didn't call it the first time. Are they going to call it the second? Yes. So nice job by Findlay to tie that up by Hayward. And the possession arrow belongs to Findlay. Substitution, Hookie back in. And also brought up from the JV roster, Zoe McCormick. So she checks in. Ahead, kicks it inside. Hookie hesitated a little bit and caused her to miss it. Follow-up picked up by the Trojans and going back up strong. I believe that was Hayward who earned the opportunity to go to the line. Foul's going to go against Black. 16 foul, just the first against Black. And Hayward a chance to add to her point total. First one is up and good. She has 3 points. A chance at number 4 coming up here. Bend to the knees, second shot. Good high arcing free throw there. Nice form. She has 4 points and Findlay leads by 18. Full court pressure being applied. Just a man pressure. Stexley working over Moats. She gets across the timeline. Dribbles into the left side, picks up her dribble. Shuttles it over. Schlater kicks it back. Maynard with a 3 ball, a little long. Battle for the rebound, and I think they're going to get Black for over the back here. The push from behind is going to be the call. Her second, team 7th, so a 1-and-1 opportunity now for the remainder of the half for Findlay, all 2 minutes and 14 seconds of it. And at the line will be Aubrey Hookie. Aubrey, the 5'8 junior. Miss on the first free throw, but the rebound is put up and in by Schindeldecker. She's got 10 points, and Findlay's lead is 20 at 29-9. Moats on the wing. Dribbled out top, comes off the pick action, bounce pass inside to Maynard. Bucket and a foul. That was a nice job. Started by Moats, working off the pick by Schlater, and got the good pass and then the finish. Foul will go against the aforementioned Hookie. Fourth team foul, first against Hookie. Maynard with the bucket and a chance at the 3-point play here. And she's able to finish it. She has 10 points to lead the Bulldogs. And timeout for the Bulldogs. Going to keep it here with 1:56 seconds left. If you're just joining us, the Trojans led it 11-4 at the end of the first quarter. Trojans had it as big as 11-0 at one point. Saw Defiance make a little jump back at them in the second quarter. But Findlay then went on a tear of their own, being spearheaded by Brodeen and by Schindeldecker. Currently in the second quarter, Trojans outscoring them 19-8 to extend that lead out to 29-12. We mentioned Bulldogs, 10 of their 12 points that they have, all coming off of the hot hand of the sophomore Kinley Maynard. The other 2 points belongs to Olivia Moats, who got a steal and a breakaway right at the beginning of the second quarter. But that's it for the scoring for Defiance, who has struggled on the offensive end. Findlay also getting contributions from Mangus with 2, Reagan Hayward off the bench with 4, 2 off the bench by Stexley as well to round out the scoring for Findlay. Inbound and out on the left side. Mangus got it back. Stexley back over to Mangus. Out top and then kicked over to Hookie. Hookie sends it inside to McCormick. McCormick back to Hookie. She'll shoot the 3 ball. Long with that one. Rebound comes away to Schlater. Kick it over to the left side and down, bounce back inside. Then stolen away, knocked away. Hookie eventually controls it for Findlay, who gets it off to Mangus, and we'll come back the other direction. Swing it on the right side. Looking for someplace to go. Stexley finds Hookie. She goes over to Mangus. Stolen away by Defiance. Knocked away. And breaking it the other direction is Stexeldy. She gets it up and in with the 2. Schindeldecker with 11 now. Shot off the mark, loose rebound, being scrambled for. What do we get? Jump ball, possession arrow belongs to the Bulldogs. Inbound into the paint, little jumper by Schlater is off the mark, rebounded by Hookie. And knocked out of bounds to stay with the Trojans with 19 seconds left in the half. 31-12 if you're just joining us. Findlay's led from the outset. This matches their biggest lead at 19. Schindeldecker kicks it across, then back out top and back over to Schindeldecker. Right side, Brodeen inside, bounce pass is stepped in front. Moats picks it up, and that's going to be, well, she goes three-quarter, and that almost found home. But a strong first half by Findlay as they outscore them by a count of 31-12 as they head into the locker room at the half. Second half will be coming up shortly. Let's go ahead and get the recap for you. As we said, Findlay got off to the hot start with buckets by Brodeen and by Schindeldecker, and they push it out to at one point an 11-0 advantage. They'll end up finishing the quarter with 4 straight points by Defiance, and Findlay led it after one quarter of play by a count of 11-4. Second quarter saw the Bulldogs get a couple of buckets by Kinley Maynard to cut the lead down a little bit farther, but then Findlay answers back with a strong second quarter by several people, including 6 points in the quarter by Brodeen, 5 by Reagan Hayward, and 6 in the quarter by Schindeldecker as they outscore them 20-8 in the second quarter and push it out to our current score of 31-12, a 19-point lead for Findlay. As we said, the scoring is pretty limited for Defiance. Maynard has 10 and Moats has 2, and that's your scoring summary for the Defiance Bulldogs. Meanwhile, for the Findlay Trojans, they're going to get 2 points from Caitlin Stexeldy off the bench. They'll get 2 points as well from Olivia Mangus, who's been running the point most of the time. Reagan Hayward with 4 points off the bench, a 2-point field goal, and a couple of free throws in that first half of play. And then 11 points for Kelsey Schindeldecker as she has 5 field goals and a free throw through that first half. And then leading all scorers with 12 is Kaylee Brodeen as she has the 5 field goals and 2 free throws to get her to that 12-point total that is pacing the Trojans out to a 31-12 lead. Thanks for joining us here on the Findlay Media Network. Tim Montgomery here with you. We mentioned earlier that the Trojans won the JV contest and dominated that one as well, 48-14, the final score in that one. Findlay led by Madeline Stexeldy's 14 points, and then Zoe McCormick, who saw some time here in the second quarter. She had 7 points for the reserves, and Caitlin Stexeldy, who has 2 points in the varsity matchup, she had 7 in that JV matchup. Meanwhile, Defiance, 14 points, led by Alexa Garcia's 10 points, and the Findlay reserves improved to 7-2 on the season, so things going in the right direction for the JVs here. As we talked about it, this is a young Findlay varsity roster with a lot of juniors and sophomores on it, a few freshmen, and a similar situation with the JV roster as Brian Rosendale trying to get things going in the right direction. And as we said, Findlay a couple of wins here in the last couple weeks with a win over Bowling Green, and then more recently here, the win over Lima Senior last week. Has them out to 2-6 overall, 1-4 in the conference. Of course, that one win over track opponent Lima Senior. Also take a look at the foul situation. A little bit of a story there for the Bulldogs. They've got 2 players with 2 fouls, that being Moats, the starting point, and then Kendall Black. And then Myra Horvath got 2 quick fouls, sat for most of the first quarter, got back in on the second, and almost immediately picked up her 3rd. So be interested to see how Coach Nate Headley deals with that situation, as he has 3 players with a bit of a foul problem. Meanwhile, Findlay, Bree Nichols, she picked up 2 quick ones and then set the rest of the first half. I'm sure we'll see her get going and back in there to start the second half, as she definitely gives them a size advantage, the 6-footer, and she's easily, when she's on the floor, the biggest player for either team out there, and gives them an opportunity in the post in this one. Again, thanks for joining us here on the Findlay Media Network. Continue to stay tuned to our schedules. We're constantly updating and adjusting as the COVID situation keeps Findlay athletics fluid, and with that also keeps our situation relatively fluid as well. I know we're planning on having a hockey game on Saturday, Findlay and BG out at the Cube, and we'll have that coverage. That game is scheduled for a 1 o'clock face-off. And we'll have the coverage of that traditional hard-fought rivalry between those 2 programs.
We're streaming. Okay. I won't tell my wife.
All right, both teams back out on the floor getting warmed up for the second half, and we're just about a minute away from getting the second half action back underway between Findlay and Defiance. Again, Trojans on top, 31-12 in this one, being led by Kaylee Brodeen's 12 points and the 11 points for Kelsey Schindeldecker. Meanwhile, for the visitors, with 10 points is Kinley Maynard. Both teams getting their final instructions here before the second half. Both teams have struggled possessing the basketball or keeping possession of the basketball. A lot of turnovers in this one, and really unnecessary. I got to think one of the talking points for Coach Rosendale was take your time, possess the basketball. They don't have to be in a hurry, the Trojans don't, especially with a 19-point lead. Looks like starting five back out there both directions. Well, correction on that. A little bit of a change as Hoffman's in there instead of Horvath to start the second half for Defiance. Mangus attacks around, sends it inside to Nichols. She gets her shot up, and good to see Bree knock that down. She missed a couple opportunities in the first quarter, but gets that one to go. Extends the lead, 33-12. Tried swinging it to Hoffman and not able to control it. Out of bounds, last touch by Findlay, though. Maynard will trigger the inbound. Lobbed out top. Backing it up with Schlater. Gets it up to Hoffman. Now back out to Moats. Moats will bring it between the circles and out to the near side. Kicks it to Maynard. She attacks, shuttles it back out to Moats. Moats kicks over left side. Hoffman just inside the arc. Won't go down. Rebound batted back out top. Run down by Schlater, who resets the offense and over. Maynard uses the dribble, then pull-up jumper won't go. Rebounded, put back up, no good by Schlater, and eventually pulled down by Brodeen. Gets it off to Mangus, who comes across the timeline. No pressure this time, but sitting in that zone are the Bulldogs. 2-3 zone. Moats out top. Over to the left. Feed it inside to Nichols. Back out top to Prusnick. Over. Jumper by Schindeldecker's off the mark. Rebounded by Moats for Defiance. Minute and a half gone here in the third quarter. Tried getting the shot off. Partially blocked or obscured by Nichols. Findlay picks up the loose ball. This is Mangus. Wants to get it over to the right side and does to Schindeldecker. Inside, Nichols working against the double. Kicks it back out. Prusnick for three. A little bit long. And Maynard with the rebound. We'll see Horvath on the next dead ball for Defiance. Shuttle over to Moats. Inside. Then kick back out. Maynard, three in rhythm. Didn't go. Rebound put back up and in for Schlatter. Slaughter's first points of the game, 33-14, Findlay by 19. Brodeen attacks with the Euro step and gets it up and off the glass. Brodeen with 14, 35-14, Trojans on top. On the wing, then kicked out and around over to Moats. Inside at the elbow. Schlatter again, back-to-back buckets for the senior. She has 4 points on the game. 35-16, Findlay on top. Brodeen, she answers back her way. So a bit of a one-on-one between Brodeen and Schlater here. The seniors facing off. 37-16, pass inside, foul against the Trojans. And Nichols picks up her third. First of the half against Findlay. That'll bring Aubrey Hookey back in to replace her. Meanwhile, Horvath in. She replaced Moats on the Bulldogs roster. Dump inside Horvath. Kicks back out to Maynard. Maynard step back jumper. That's long. Rebound battled for and controlled by Horvath. Gives it back to Maynard. Top high feed, turnaround, Horvath off the mark. Rebound run down on the wing by Mangus. Gets it back to Schindeldecker, who'll bring it up herself across the timeline. Wide open on the left side was Hookie. Bounce pass inside to Brodeen. Back out the backside to Schindeldecker. She pulls up inside the arc. Won't go. Battle for the rebound. Mangus had it for a moment, but it was stolen away by Schlatter. Schlatter wasted her dribble, has a problem, and Defiance coach Nate Headley will burn the 30-second timeout to keep the possession and avoid the 5-second call here with 4:20 left in the third quarter. Findlay leading it 37-16, and off to a good start here in the third quarter as they lead them in the quarter 6-4. Findlay does. They've controlled every quarter, 11-4 in the first, 20-8 in the second as the scoring, which took us to 31-12, and now, as I said, 6-4 in this one. Being led by Kaylee Brodeen, 16 points, complemented nicely by the 11 by Schindeldecker. Meanwhile, a little bit of a hot hand by the senior Schlatter. She has both field goals for the Dogs here in the third quarter. Moats checked back into the lineup for Defiance. Findlay showing a 1-3-1 zone this time. High post, then kick back out. Moats for three, and Moats gets her second field goal and her first from beyond the arc. She has 5, 37-19. Quickly ahead to Hookie. She attacks, pulls up inside the arc, and a good-looking jumper by Aubrey Hookie. Her first field goal of the game. Findlay back up by 20 on the wing. Sent inside, kicked back to the top, over to the right side. Jumper is up and good by Hoffman. Hoffman's first bucket. 39-21 Findlay. Again, sort of a token three-quarter court pressure handled by Findlay. Brodeen got away with the extra step. Gets it off to Aubrey Hookie, and Aubrey with back-to-back deuces. She has 4, and Findlay's lead is back out to 20 again. On the wing and then back out top to Moats. Back into the wing for Schlatter. Back out to Moats. Comes over to Hoffman on the near side. High post feed. That's Horvath. Gets it back to Moats. Moats pulls the trigger on a 3-ball, and she hits her second from beyond there in the quarter. And all of a sudden the Bulldogs finding a little range on the offensive end. Cut it down to a 17-point Trojan advantage. Out top and around the left. Prusnick pump fakes, tacks it on the floor, and she gets the runner to go. Her first field goal. High post feed and then on into the paint. Turnaround jumper won't go. Brodeen with the rebound, gets it off. Jump stop by Mangus, gets it off to Brodeen, back. And over on the right side for Aubrey Hookie. She floats it back out top to Mangus. Goes back to Aubrey on the right. Splits the defenders, attacks the paint, turn around, follows through. And 3 straight buckets by the junior. She's got 6. Findlay back up by 21. Pressure. Schindeldecker trying to come up with the steal, and I think she just, that hurt the elbow. Got it hyperextended. Loose ball picked up by Mangus. She gets tripped, gets it off ahead to Brodeen, who goes right down Main Street, up off the glass, and another 2 points for the senior. 6 in the quarter, 18 in the game. On the near side, dribbles on into the wing, Hoffman. Sends it on ahead, Schlatter inside to Black, back out to Schlatter, Hoffman. Over to Moats. Moats pulls the trigger on the 3. That one's short. Little heat check there for the junior. Mangus comes back the other way. Tried catching Brodeen with the floating pass on the break, and she loses it out of bounds. Substitution, Maynard back into the lineup for the Defiance Bulldogs with 1:09 left here in the third quarter. 47-24. Findlay in front. Nichols back into the lineup. Replaces Brodeen. Gives her a little breather here. Also back in there is Hayward. Steal by Nichols. And, yeah, I was going to say, just getting ready to say Nichols got away with a double dribble, but official caught it just a little bit late. Still the right call. 54 seconds. Moats goes behind the back, kid across the timeline. Has it knocked away. Good quick hands by Stexeldy. Not able to keep it inbounds, though. Stays with the Bulldogs on the sideline inbound. Into Moats. Step back three. In and out. Rebounded by Schlaughter. Tried going back up strong. Got fouled on the way. They're going to get the foul on Mangus. Just the second of the half against the Trojans. And the first against Mangus. Inbound is swatted, but controlled by Schlaughter. Horvath's shot off the back rim, no good. Rebounded by Nichols. Gets it off to Mangus. She jump stops, then kicks it ahead to Hookie. Wanted to go inside for Nichols. Scramble for the loose ball. And out of bounds, last touch by Findlay.
Substitution for the Lady Trojans, number 44,
Madeline Stexeldy into the Trojan lineup. And a 5-second call.
Offensive foul on Defiance is number 2, Lowe's, for third, team first.
Trying to get the inbound, and a foul's going to go against the Bulldogs.
Also represents Slaughter for first, team second.
Goes against Schlaughter.
Substitution for Defiance, number 12, Madison Bloomfield.
Just her first. Madison Bloomfield into the lineup, a 5'7" junior for Defiance. Findlay looking for the inbound, gets it in. Bounce pass, tried going inside to Hayward. I lost it out of bounds. Defiance basketball with 19 seconds left in the third quarter. Findlay Media Network with coverage of Findlay Trojan basketball. Tim Montgomery here with you. Ooh, got away with the travel, did the Bulldogs. Kick it over, and the jumper for three is just short by Maynard. Rebounded, though, by the Bulldogs. Second chance, thanks to Bloomfield. Gets it to Maynard on the inside. She's going to be fouled. Just as the buzzer sounds, and the official double checks with his comrades and says, yeah, she will shoot two, and she'll do it at the line by herself. The foul goes against Stexeldy, her first. That's Caitlin Stexeldy, I should say. First free throw is up and good. Second free throw rattles around and falls through. So Maynard hits both free throws here in the quarter. But the Trojans still outscore them 16-14 in the third, but a much more evenly played third quarter if you're looking for small victories for the Bulldogs in this one. But Findlay still leads it by 21, 47-26. Again, leading the way with 18 is Brodeen. And following that up with 11 from Kelsey Schindeldecker. And then getting a lot of different people involved. 6 points for Hookie, all three of those twos in that third quarter. 2 from Mangus, 4 from Hayward, 2 from Prusnick, 2 from Caitlin Stexeldy, as we said, and 2 from Bree Nichols, who's been hampered with foul trouble in this one. Meanwhile, 12 for Maynard, thanks to those 2 free throws there in the quarter. 8 points for Olivia Moats, which includes a couple of triples in that third quarter. 4 points for Schlatter. Both of those 2-point field goals coming in that third quarter as well, as they're getting a few more people involved. Inbounded by Maynard for the Bulldogs, who start the fourth quarter with possession. Come to the near side, Bloomfield. High feed inside to Horvath, and then she was looking to connect with Maynard, threw it away, but belongs to the Trojans. Just underway here in the fourth quarter. Findlay on top, 47-26. Kicked out to the wing, and the jumper is up and good by Rihanna Patterson, who checked in on the dead ball. Her first points of the game. 5'2" junior on the other end. Moats at the top. Jumper just inside the arc is just a touch long. Patterson bats it ahead, loose ball. Findlay able to keep it alive with the hustle play by Hayward. Puts it on the deck. She's getting roughed up, and drawing the foul is going to be Maynard. A little overly aggressive for Maynard there. Just the first against Maynard in the game, third of the half against Defiance. Inbound on the baseline, out top. Mangus goes right down Main Street. Runner won't go. Gets her own rebound, gets it off to her teammate. And then shot goes up and in. Caitlin Stexeldy, her second bucket, and assisted by Madeline Stexeldy. Runner by on the other end by Maynard's off the mark. Findlay pushing it hard back the other way. Madeline Stexeldy gets it off. Shot won't go for Mangus. Fight for the rebound and won by the Bulldogs. Moats brings it up right down Main Street. Sidesteps, left it short. Rebound, and we got a foul underneath. I think they're going to get a push against the Trojans. So the foul is going to go against Hayward. Findlay will bring Brodeen back into the lineup. And Black back into the lineup for the Bulldogs. With a foot on the line for a long two. That was Schlatter. Her third field goal of the game. She's got 6 points. 51-28. Findlay on top. Little runner won't go for Madeline Stexeldy. Kicked back out. Jumper won't go again. And a fight for the loose ball. And going to get Stexeldy again. This time it'll be Caitlin Stexeldy on the foul. Bounce pass ahead to Schlatter. Gets it on to Horvath. She'll attack, pulls up, overshot it. Rebound comes away to Kelsey Schindeldecker, who gets it off to Mangus. Mangus leaves it behind for Schindeldecker. Schindeldecker to Brodeen. She'll pull the trigger from the elbow. Won't go. Rebounded by Moats for the Bulldogs. Long outlet pass ahead to Schlatter, and she gets it up and in. She's got 8 points, all in the second half. 5.5 remaining in this one. Swing it around to the left side. Dump inside. Brodeen's turnaround jumper won't go. Comes away to the Bulldogs. Off to Moats, and Moats long ahead to Black. Sends it to Horvath. Horvath comes near side for Schlatter. Now to Horvath. Working off the screen action, pulling the trigger on the three was Moats. Might have been partially blocked. Ball put back up underneath. I believe that's Schlatter, and it is. And she draws the foul. Foul's going to go on Schindeldecker. Her second. And the 16th foul. This is going to be 2 for Schlatter. Knocks down the first. She's come to life here in the second half. substitution. Madeline Stexeldy steps out. Katie Prusnick back in. Missed the second free throw, did Schlatter. Coach Rosendale saying slow it down. Reverse layup by Patterson, left it short. Went all the way underneath, couldn't get it to fall though. High feed to Horvath, leaves for Moats. Moats attacks past it, used Horvath as a screen, another foul against Findlay. Foul will go on Prusnick. So bonus for the remaining 4:42 of this one for Defiance. Moats gets the free throw up and in. Second one up and good as well. She has 10 points, does the 5'6" junior Olivia Moats. Cuts it down to an 18-point lead here, 51-33, as they've outscored Findlay in the quarter 7-4. And getting some better-looking shots in the process as well. And still a lot of time. And as I said, the Bulldogs are going to be in the bonus for the remainder of this one, as that last foul from Findlay put them over the bonus. Still leading the way for all scorers with 18 is Brodeen. And then complement that out with 11 for Schindeldecker. And then a bunch of 4s and 2s for the Trojans. Meanwhile, for the Defiance Bulldogs, 12 points for Maynard, 10 points for Moats, 9 points by Schlatter. And all 9 of those for Schlatter have come here in the second half. One of the good things for Coach Brian Rosendale is he's been able to play a lot of players. He brought up a couple more JV reserves and have gotten them some playing time, including Zoe McCormick and Madeline Stexeldy. Brianna Patterson's seen some time here in the second half. Get the inbound to Mangus. She'll bring it across the timeline. Spin move. Gets in the paint, pulls up, and gets it to fall through. Good looking move to get around on the spin for Mangus. Her second field goal of the game. She's got 4 points. Dump inside, and left all alone was Emily Wall, and she converts the 2. 53-35. It's a palindrome on the scoreboard. Runner kind of awkwardly thrown up, no good. Rebound put up, no good. And then a foul underneath. I think they're going to get Brodeen for the push-off here. Yep. Just the first against Brodeen, but as we said, it's a bonus situation. So now with the clock stopped at 4:06, Kendall Black's going to get a chance to cut into that lead a little farther. Still quite the uphill climb, but free throw is up and good. Deep bend of the knees, the dribble. Second free throw, gets that one to fall through as well. First points of the game for Kendall Black. Makes it a 53-37 score. Brodeen has it on the wing for Findlay. Back out top and over to the left side. Shuttle it down along the baseline. Brodeen's little jumper won't go. Rebound put back up and in by Schindeldecker. First we've heard from Schindeldecker scoring-wise here in the second half. And a bad pass, or an errant pass, goes out of bounds. Basketball belongs to Findlay. Findlay will bring Caitlin Stexeldy back in to replace Prusnick. Mangus spins to get clear, leaves it off for Schindeldecker, gives it up to Brodeen. Jumper from the wing, won't go. Battle for the rebound, and again, Findlay's going to commit the foul. And again, I think it's going to be Brodeen. Yep, her second. So the 9th team foul. And Black again with the 1-and-1 chance here. First one's up and good. Schlatter back in. She'll replace Maynard. Both free throws up and good. Kendall Black with 4 points off from the free throw line. Some full court man pressure. Handling it pretty well there was Prusnick, and then goes right down the lane. Not able to finish it with the shot, though. And rebound pulled away by the Bulldogs. And one player for each side, a little slow to get up after that. Moats in the wing, throws it out top. Horvath got it knocked away. Still a loose ball, picked up by Mangus. She'll circle out the other side. Work against the man pressure. She'll go down the lane. Bounce pass ahead to Brodeen and up and in. 20 points for the senior. On the assist to Mangus. 57-39 Findlay. Dump inside. Jumper is off the mark. Rebound put up. Left it short that time, did Schlatter. Brodeen running out. Had it poked away by Moats. Stays with Findlay. Substitution coming in. Elizabeth Hoffman for the Bulldogs. And for Findlay, Aubrey Hookey back into the Trojan lineup. .228 left in this one. Hookey gets it back out to Schindeldecker on the wing. Inside, reverse opportunity for Brodeen. Threw it into the underside of the backboard. And here comes Defiance running out the other way with Moats. Bounce pass ahead, just inside the arc. That was Schlatter, no good. Rebounded by Kaylee. She gets it off and ahead. And going hard at it was Stexeldy. And she's going to draw the foul. Foul will go against Schlatter. Just the 4th team foul of the half against Defiance, so they got fouls to give, but it was a shooting foul. So send Caitlin Stexeldy, the 5'8 freshman, to the line. Miss on the first one. She has 4 points on the night. Chance to make it 5 here if she can split the free throws. And she does. She has 5. Findlay's lead is 19. Substitution, Malaya Stone in there, the other senior on this roster, in at a guard spot. Ball knocked away, recovered by Moats. Bounce pass, a nice one inside, but not able to finish. Rebound put up no good. Rebounded now by Brodeen. Goes behind the back to recover and gets it to Mangus. Under 100 seconds left in this one. Inside to Hookey. Aubrey puts it on the deck. Shot just a touch too long. Good looking move, just didn't get it to go. Defiance will come back the other direction. Out and ahead. Turn around. Shot, no good. Rebound by Brodeen. She'll get it off to Mangus, who'll bring it up. Set up the offense. Back to Brodeen at the top. Dump inside. Hookey up and off the glass. And Aubrey Hookey with 8 points in this one. Trojans take a timeout just to get some substitutions here, so we'll do our best to get you caught up here in a moment. Paige Pinion's in there. Sophia Myers, Zoe McCormick. Also, Madeline Stexley back in there for the second time. And then some reserves the other way as well. Mallory Weaver in there for the Bulldogs. Hoffman controlling the dribble out on the wing. Wanted to go inside and off the leg of Schlatter out of bounds. Belongs to Findlay. Horvath back in. And Kenya Medina in for her first tour of duty in this one for the Dogs. 55 seconds remaining. Paige Pinion, the junior, will bring it up. Attacks it, Glass left it short, was rebounded by Myers. Gets it back out to Stexley, who missed the runner. Rebounded now by the Bulldogs. Horvath cuts to the inside, pulls up in the paint, short with it. Rebound ripped away by McCormick. Nice job by Zoe. Out and ahead. Hesitation, and then getting it up and in is Sophia Myers. The 6-foot freshman with the field goal. 62-39. Bounce pass on the wing, dribbled it off the foot of the Trojan defender. That was Paige Pinion. Stays with Defiance with 11 seconds left. At the conclusion, we'll wrap up the scoring, give you a couple of stats, and we'll wrap things up here. As Findlay is going to improve to 3-6 overall. And we got an official situation here. And Don Korecki bringing the officials over to clean up something here. So I believe we had an illegal substitution perhaps in that whole thing. Okay, so an illegal substitution we can hear. That's one of the few good things about the little to no crowds is you can actually hear the conversation on the floor. And I'm not sure which one was the illegal one, but the free throw is missed by Weaver. Missed both of the technical free throws. Don Korecki giving the official a little bit of a hard time. Looking for the inbound. Floats it in on the wing. Shuttles it down inside. Shot up off the mark by Medina. And then with 6 seconds left, it stays with the Bulldogs in the offensive end. Inbound. And lost control of it. Picked up by McCormick, and the final seconds click off. And your final score, Findlay 62, Defiance 39. And let's recap this one. Trojans led it from the outset, 11-4 at the end of the first quarter, extended that lead big time in the second with a 20-8 quarter to make it 31-12 after 2 quarters of play. A back and forth affair in the third quarter that saw Findlay added 2 points to their advantage, 16-14 in the quarter, 47-26 after 3, and then another one in the fourth quarter where Findlay pushes out 2 more points to the lead, 15-13 in the quarter, to get us to our final score of 62-39. Take a look at individual scoring. Leading the way for the Bulldogs with 12 was Kinley Maynard, then 10 points for Olivia Moats. 9 points for Joanna Schlatter in this one. 4 points for Kendall Black, all from the free throw line. Then 2 points apiece for Emily Wall and for Elizabeth Hoffman to round out the scoring for the Bulldogs to get them to 39. Meanwhile, the Trojans led by 20 from Kaylee Brodeen, then 13 points from Kelsey Schindeldecker. Got 8 points from Aubrey Hookey, the junior off of the bench. Also got 4 points apiece, got 5 points from Caitlin Stexley off the bench, 4 points apiece from Olivia Mangus, also 4 points from Reagan Hayward off of the bench as well. And they got 2 points apiece from Rihanna Patterson, 2 points from Katie Prusnick, and 2 points from Bree Nichols as well to get the Trojans to 62. So as we said, Trojans improved to 3-6 overall and remain 1-4 in conference plays. This was not a conference matchup, and that's going to wrap things up. I'm Tim Montgomery. Thanks for joining us here on the Findlay Media Network.